Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we are going to start with CSIR NET JRF Chemical Science, June 2014, Part C, Series 4. Here, already we've completed 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 academic year, both the session question papers of CSIR NET JRF Chemical Science. So all solved question papers are available on the channel called World of Competitive Chemistry. Right, this kind of standard previous year question paper discussion will fetching you towards how the question paper pattern will be and what will be the weightage for the questions and which chapter is given with how much weightage. Everything can be easily analyzed and it will be very much fetching for your future preparation and also for research aspiration. So this will be helpful for your for competitive exams also. Right, let us enter into our today's concept. CSIR NET JRF Chemical Science, June 2014, Part C, Series 4 consists of question number 101 to 110. Here, we are going to solve 10 questions in a detailed manner. Most of the questions are from organic chemistry. Let us go with question number 101. It is the part of organic chemistry. The products A and B in the following reaction sequence are. Okay. So here we are taking benzoic acid. This is a benzoic acid and treated with acid chloride, right? Methoxy acid chloride was treated in the presence of triethylamine base. Triethylamine is the mild organic base. Upon treating with this one, we could achieve compound A. So A further treated with, so this is called aminocyclohexane. Upon treating with aminocyclohexane, here the final product B will be generated. Then what will be the reaction sequence? What are the compounds A and B? Let us discuss. For that purpose, first we are taking the starting material benzoic acid and is treated with this acid chloride in the presence of mild base triethylamine. Right. So upon treating, simple condensation carried between carboxylic acid and acid chloride, hydrochloric acid will be discarded and we will get a ester type of compound. Right. So ester type of compound is generated. That is the compound A, which is required in the given question. Now it is further treated with aminocyclohexane. Being it is attached with lone pair of electrons, they will be nucleophilically added at carbonylic center, so that here this entire bulky group can be discarded and back polarization of negatively charged electrons and the oxygen, so that it converted into ketonic functional group and this bulky group is discarded simultaneously. And the final product will be a condensed amide system. Condensed amide system with a byproduct of this one, right? So here is the final product of compound B. So compound A and B, which are exactly given in the option number 1. Ester type of linkage is given and further treated with this amine and we got amide compound by discarding the side chain. So it will be a benzene with C double bond O, C double bond OMe, and the compound B will be the amide. Benzamide derivative it is. This is known as benzamide derivative, right? For question number 101, option number A is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 102. Again, it is a part of bioorganic chemistry. The biosynthesis of isopentenyl pyrophosphate from acetyl coenzyme A involves. Here, some of the molecules like enzymes, proteins, all these polypeptides prepared in the natural manner from the natural origin, they are said to be biosynthesis. And how they will be synthesized and what is the mechanism, all those are clearly discussed in the branch called natural products. Right, biosynthesis of isopentenyl pyrophosphate by taking acetyl coenzyme A as a precursor molecule, then the mechanism proceeded with the mevalonic acid pathway. Mechanism proceeded with mevalonic acid pathway, and during the reaction, isopentenyl pyrophosphate, dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate are the building blocks of diverse groups of biomolecules. Right, so this compound, why, what is the importance of its biosynthesis? Why we could have to synthesize this one? Because isopentenyl pyrophosphate is a key material, key starting material for the synthesis of heme, cholesterol, vitamin K, and also coenzyme Q10 steroids. All these are primarily composed of this isopentenyl pyrophosphate. right? So, and these are synthesized starting from acetyl coenzyme A through the mevalonic acid pathway. Here, biosynthetic precursors compounds can be synthesized mevalonic acid pathway, shikimic acid pathway, different methods will be there. Among those, here mevalonic acid pathway will be followed for the synthesis of given product. During this reaction, the question is how many ATPs and how many NADPH molecules got consumed. It consumes ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is the energy packet which present in our body. Upon reaction of this one, energy will be emitted that we are using for all our metabolic activities, and this in turn converted into ADP, adenosine diphosphate, after the reaction, right? And the second is 2 NADPH. So 3 moles of ATP, 2 moles of NADPH got consumed during the biosynthesis of isopentenyl pyrophosphate. Okay, so here 4 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A is not a correct one. 3 moles of ATP. How many moles of ATP? 3 moles of ATP is the correct one. And 2 moles of NADPH is also correct one. 2 moles of lipoic acid is not a correct option. Only B, C are the correct option for biosynthesis of isopentenyl pyrophosphate through acetyl coenzyme A mevalonic acid pathway. For question number 1 or 2, option C is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 1 or 3. Among the following, the major product formed in the following photochemical reaction, right? Photochemical reaction being it is a concerted mechanism. Here we have carbonyl group and this olefinic double bond. Both are there, but obviously we know that carbonyl group having more reactivity over olefinic double bond, because both the carbons are there, so that it will become symmetric and polarization becomes somewhat difficult in case of double bonded one. But when we go with carbonylic functional group, there is a high probability because of oxygen more electronegative when compared to carbonate. So both the groups, being both are double bonded compound, they both participate in this photochemical reaction, so that we will get mixture of 2 products rather than a single compound. When carbonyl group participate in the reaction, we will get 1 product. Olefinic double bond participate in the bond, we will get any other product. Let us see what could be the reaction process under light irradiation conditions. The starting material, this alpha olefinic ketone was taken and irradiated with light. Okay, so here photochemical conditions can employed, so that here all the bonds fission participate in the homolytic, means all equally fragmented, so that carbonyl group got fragmented, carbon radical, oxygen radical got generated, carbon-carbon double bond got cleaved, so that carbon radical. So here 2 different conditions we are employing, and here this is said to be alpha carbon, beta carbon, gamma carbon. This gamma carbon will participate in the again homolytic fission. Hydrogen got discarded from the center, and again here you could achieve 1 more free radical. So whatever hydrogen evolved, that will bind to oxygen, in turn turned into hydroxy. And here the carbon radical, here another carbon radical, they got cyclized. Cyclization carried in between, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, we will achieve a 4-membered ring structure. And here you got OH, double bond, CH3, CH3, CH3. This is a cyclic system, one of the final compound which is generated by the fission of this carbonyl. This carbonyl participated in the ring cyclization, and a 4-membered ring got generated with these many side chains. And more one pathway will be followed in order to achieve another 4-membered ring. For that purpose, double bond will double bond will participate in the fission under photolytic conditions, so that we will achieve carbon radical, and whatever another carbon radical is there, that will abstract the hydrogen evolved here. So this converted into a neutral one, and the terminal carbon radical is there, and again here 1 more carbon radical. They get cyclized with a 4-membered ring structure, and the side chain acetyl will be there, and here we have a geminal dimethyl functional group. But among these 2, the major product will be obviously pathway 1, and the compound 1 is the major product. The compound 2 will be the minor. Moreover, it is also possible, but proximity of formation of compound 1 will be more when compared to second, because fission of carbonylic group is more facile when compared to olefinic double bond. That's the reason why here both the products are possible. One is hydroxy double bond, another is acetyl group containing compound. Acetyl group containing and hydroxy double bond A, B both are equal, both are possible. One is major and there is a minor product. So both are available in the option number 4. For question number 103, option number 4 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 104. Again, it is the part of organic chemistry, and being it is heterocyclic compound, you can say it is the heterocyclic chemistry, right? And this is a kind of named reaction. This is known as phthalimide, Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. Gabriel phthalimide synthesis is a characteristic reaction in order to synthesize amines. Primary amines got generated during the reaction. We are taking the starting material. Here you can find the chiral center. Around this chiral center, we have CH2O benzyl. So here hydroxy group got protected by benzyl group. And here we have C double bond OMe, CH2, CH2N, C double bond C double bond more, one more benzene ring is there. This is a kind of phthalimide system. Upon treating with the hydrazine will do this will attach to the carbonylic center and this amine will be discarded and this is converted into another cyclic system. That will be the compound number A, and A will be in turn heated to high temperature so that it converted into a product B. So upon heating, whatever the compound we are taking, upon heating more conveniently, that will participate in the ring cyclization. So we could expect the product to be will be the cyclic compound that is available in compound option number 1, option number 2, option number 3, even option number 4. So that here there is a possibility of cyclic compound finally. Then what could be the reaction mechanism? Let us see. For this purpose, the reaction is said to be a Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. We are taking phthalimide derivative. This is called phthalimide. What is meant by phthalic acid? Dicarboxylic acid of benzene are 3 types. Phthalimide, phthalic acid is nothing but ortho dicarboxylic acid is called phthalic acid. 1, 2 benzene, 1, 2 dicarboxylic acid is called phthalic acid. So that is attached with the nitrogen. Hence, you can say this is a phthalimide moiety. And this nitrogen is an alkylated system, and this alkyl is a very bulky group. Very bulky alkyl group is present on this nitrogen. Now we are treating with hydrazine. This hydrazine having nucleophilic nature. Lone pair of electrons in the nitrogen will be binded to carbonylic functional group. Subsequently, pi bond is migrated towards oxygen and this sigma bond got ruptured and these bonded electrons will be polarized so that nitrogen will be added to this carbonylic center, right? So later, nitrogen containing electrons will extract the hydrogen and there is a formation of a neutral kind of compound. Further, these electrons present on the terminal nitrogen of hydrazine will participate in the ring cyclization with another carbonylic group. Subsequently, this amine group is cleaved and that will be detached from the system. And now it is turned into a 6-membered ring structure with a adjacent to nitrogen atoms. 6-membered ring system got generated and here we got one OH and first and fourth position having hydroxy functional groups. And another byproduct that is a primary amine system and in another terminal we have ester functional group. Obviously, upon heating, it will be cyclized in such a manner, lone pair of electrons will be bounded to carbonylic center. Subsequently, methoxy will be discarded and it turned into a 5-membered ring system with a lactam ring. So lactam in the sense, a cyclic amide system is said to be a lactam, and we have side chain methyl and CH2O benzyl group. This will be the final product what we are expecting in this problem, right? So here, starting compound will be NH2. This is the primary amine what we are expecting as a compound number A, which in turn cyclized with this ester functional group and a 5-membered lactam ring got generated in a compound B. These two are the correct products from the starting material Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. For question number 104, option 1 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 105. Question number 105 is also the part of organic chemistry. Anthranylic acid on treating with isoamyl nitrile furnishes a product which displays a strong peak at 76 m by E value in its mass spectrum. The structure of the product is antranilic acid is nothing but amino-benzoic acid is called antranilic acid. You can say it is a kind of system where acid and base which are present in the adjacent carbon atoms, and it is a kind of amphoteric in nature. Means any compound which is displaying acidic and basic properties simultaneously, that is known as amphoteric compound. Water is also best example for amphoteric, and here antranilic acid is also example for amphoteric compound. This orthoaminobenzoic acid is treated with isoamyl nitrite. Isoamyl nitrate is nothing but a 5-membered carbon system with a nitrite. ONO group will be there on the terminal center. And trichloroacetic acid is a catalyst. Catalyst is nothing but this is a strong organic acid, right? So THF is the solvent medium. Tetrahydrofuran is employed as the solvent medium. It will participate. Being it is a nitrite, nitrite will facilitate with aromatic amine when treated with nitrite. There is a kind of system called diazotization. The reaction is said to be a diazotization. Amine in turn turned into a diazonium salt. So benzene diazonium chloride will be generated. This benzene diazonium chloride, upon heating, so obviously we know that benzene diazonium chloride, when present upon heating, it immediately removes nitrogen because nitrogen is a better leaving group. So that when it eliminated, this bond is shifted, subsequently carbon dioxide is discarded. You could achieve here benzene. Here is the benzene intermediate will be generated. If two benzene units are combined together, you will get a tricyclic ring system. So that is very simple reaction called 2,2 cycloaddition. So two benzene moieties got cyclized in a manner where the 2+2 cycloaddition, and we will get a tricyclic ring system. That tricyclic ring system was provided in option number 1. For question number 105, option number 1 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 106. Again, it is a part of organic chemistry. Organoborane X, when reacted with diethyl zinc followed by para-iodotoluene in the presence of catalytic amount of palladium triphenylphosphine, furnishes trisubstituted alkene, the intermediate and the product of the reaction respectively. So the simple reaction is where this borane upon treating with zinc, that is diethyl zinc, what happens, zinc will be inserted. So zinc will be inserted into this reaction and it will be treated with para-iodotoluene. Being iodo is a better leaving group, that will be treated with this zinc and that is converted into a alkylated product. Simple alkylation reaction will be proceeded in this mechanism. Now let us see the sequential steps involved in the reaction. We are taking a trialkyl boron. This is a system called trialkyl boron. Trialkyl boron with a diethyl zinc. Being zinc is divalent, so it attached with the two alkyl groups. So diethyl zinc will be added to this alkyl borane. So what happens? One of the alkyl group will be attached with the zinc, so that the zinc now attached with one side ethyl, in other side this olefinic system will be added, right? So this is a kind of system where we have zinc carbon, so that you can say it is a polar bond. Being carbon associated with the high polarity, high electronegativity over zinc, so that it will contribute electrons. It will attract the bond pair electrons, so that here carbene nature, electron density more resided towards this carbon atom rather than zinc. So this negatively charged carbon will be bonded to this iodotoluene, para-iodotoluene. Being iodo group is a better leaving group, here this carbene will be bonded to this phenyl group, right? You can say it is a kind of nucleophilic substitution, so that para-alkylated product got generated. This is the final product what we are expecting in this reaction. So that options are provided, best represented in the option number 4. Zinc got substituted with a boron, so ethylated zinc will be obtained in this. This is a compound number A. This in turn treated with para-iodotoluene, and we got a para-alkylated product. Simple alkylation reaction got carried with this. So option number D is the correct answer for question number 106. Let us move on to question number 107. Using Boltzmann distribution, probability of oscillation occupying first three levels n is equal to 0, 1, 2 is found to be P0 is equal to 0.633, P1 is equal to 0.233, P2 is equal to 0.86. So P0, P1, P2 values are provided. Probability of the finding oscillator in the energy levels n is greater than 3 will be, right? So Boltzmann distribution law states that Q is equal to 1 plus e to the power minus epsilon 2 by kt plus epsilon to the minus epsilon 3 by kt. This will be the empirical formula for Q. Q denotes what? Q denotes probability of finding. And here we have different levels, oscillating levels are there, P0, P1 and P2. Here is the formula for P1. P1 is equal to 1 by Q. P1 is equal to 1 by Q in the sense Q is equal to 1 by P1. What is the P1 value? P1 value 0.233. So 1 by 0.233 was taken, it will become 4.29. Can be multiplied with 100 so that it will be turned into 0.0429. 0.0429 is provided in option number 2. For question number 107, option number 2 is the correct answer. This is in accordance with Boltzmann distribution law. Let us move on to question number 108. Again, it is a part of organic chemistry. The major product A and B in the following reaction sequence. We are taking nitroethane treated with phenyl isocyanate. Phenyl isocyanate is treated with this one in the presence of mild base triethylamine. And any other trans 2-butene was added to this one, we will achieve compound number A. This compound A in turn treated with hydrogen rainy nickel in methanol solvent media along with the water. Acetic acid taken as a catalytic condition, means mild acidic conditions are employed here. Then we will achieve compound number B. So let us see what will be the reaction sequence in this. The mechanism of the reaction is described in this manner. Initially, we are taking nitroethane upon treating with phenyl isocyanate. So this is the system called pH, N double bond, C double bond, O is called a phenyl isocyanate. Phenyl isocyanate, when added to this one, what happens here? At this carbonylic center, this, which one will be added? O minus will be added to carbonylic center, right? So that this is the compound what we are getting here. This is a CH2. And here one of the hydrogen will be discarded and it will be bonded towards this side, and we will get a carbon nitrogen double bond here. And this pi bond will be polarized towards oxygen so that it converted into O minus. Another oxygen bonded to carbon, C double bond was already there on the carbon, and this pi bond is shifted towards nitrogen and it got protonated because the proton released from CH2 will be abstracted by this nitrogen so that it turned into NH. Now we got the system with the ester linkage and also N oxide is also there in this. Now it will be decomposed because this is a highly unfavorable condition because adjacent polar charges are there, and even here nitrogen, oxygen, C double bond all are in the compact mode so that it will participate in a decomposition reaction, right? So how it could be? This bond is shifted towards this side and these sigma bonded electrons are moving towards this side, and this pi bond will be polarized in this manner so that here it turned into C double bond O. This is called carbon dioxide, and this another fragment PHNH group will be protonated further, and that converted into a aniline deamination got carried. And here we have one of the polar compound. Another hydrogen is also discarded so that here we got a carbon nitrogen triple bond among these two. CH3C triple bond N positive, O minus will be there. Whatever hydrogen discarded will be bonded to this nitrogen and in turn converted into a aniline. Now it is a system with a carbon nitrogen triple bond, and one more compound is given within the problem, that is trans 2-butene. Trans 2-butene will be binded with this nitrile type of compound, nitrile enoxide. You can say nitrile enoxide. Trans 2-butene treated with nitrile enoxide, it will participate in the 2+2 cycloaddition. 2+2 cycloaddition that turned into a 5-membered ring system. So 5-membered ring system is obtained. So here 5-membered ring system with the imine linkage, and we can say oxazole. This is a system with a five-membered nitrogen oxygen heteroatoms within the 5-membered ring is called oxazole. This oxazole will be the compound number A. It will be treated with Raney nickel and subsequently hydrolyzed, subsequently reduced, and whatever ring system is there here, it will break in between nitrogen and oxygen, and they will be added with hydrogen. So upon Raney nickel being it is a strong reducing agent, it will cleave the ring structure. So being nitrogen, oxygen and the adjacent positions are not at all favorable, because nitrogen resided with one lone pair, oxygen with the two lone pairs. High sterical repulsions, electronic repulsions will be originated among these two. So ring rupture is possible upon treating with the reducing agent, and it is added with the nitrogen, so that iminium group got generated, and this O is turned into a OH functional group, right? So this compound further subjected to hydrolysis. Iminium group upon treating with water, here the rupture of this double bond, and one side oxygen and the other side two hydrogens will be added. Imine subsequently turned into a ketonic functional group. And here already we have OH group. OH got generated. That will be the final product what we require in the reaction sequence. A 5-membered oxazole will be a option number A, compound number A, and subsequently reduction and hydrolysis, we will get a ketonic ketohydroxy compound. So that will be product number B. Both are given correctly along with its right stereochemistry in option number 1. For question number 108, option number 1 is the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 109. Again, it is a part of organic chemistry. System called dicarboxylic acid. Ester of dicarboxylic acid was taken. Here it is the system where the dicarboxylic attached with the ethylene COO, CH3, CH2, CH2, COO, CH3. Here is the simple system known to remember this dicarboxylic acid system. So if no carbon is there in between, directly two carboxylic acids are linked called malonic acid. And if two carboxylic acid bounded with one methylene, that is called oxalic acid. So sorry, oxalic acid is the first one. Second, one methylene is called malic acid. Next is called succinic acid. Next is called glutamic acid, as we are rising number of methylene groups in between, right? So all mangoes such a good apples is the formula which used to remember this dicarboxylic acid. All stands for oxalic acid. Mango stands for malonic acid. Such S stands for succinic acid. Good, G stands for glutamic acid. In this way, you can remember dicarboxylic acids. Here it is the system of dicarboxylic acid ester. It will be treated with sequence of reagents, and we will get the final product, that is a 4-membered ring structure. Let us see what will be the reaction sequence. Here is the reaction. When we are taking this dimethyl, what we can say, dimethyl succinate. The starting material is dimethyl succinate we are taking. Upon treating with 4 moles of sodium and trimethyl silyl chloride. Trimethyl silyl chloride, it will participate in the ring cyclization. Being it is the system of 4 carbon atoms, all 4 carbons participate in the ring cyclization. And here we got double bond, OSAMe3, OSAMe3, because here 4 equivalents of trimethyl silyl chloride is employed, so that here silylation is possible at these positions. So disilyl derivative got generated. So this is treated with the aprotic solvent methanol and subjected to thermal heating to high temperature. Upon heating, the system is turned into, whenever this OSIMe3 is there, SIME3 is the better leaving group, that will be discarded, and these bonded electrons will be shifted, so that here carbon-carbon double bond. Now this pi bond is polarized, and here this group is eliminated, and this turned into OH. One of the center got oxidized, another center got reduced. This is a simultaneous process called a redox reaction. One of the center got converted into an oxidized form, another center got converted into a reduced form, right? So simultaneous redox reaction got carried in the presence of methanol upon heating. These are the reaction conditions what we require in order to achieve the final product. Those are provided in sodium xylene, trimethyl chloride heating, and acid catalyzed water molecule is required. So this is the right sequence of reactions. For question number 109, option number 1 is the answer. Let us move on to question number 110. Last question of the series belongs to analytical spectroscopic method. An organic compound gives the following spectral data. IR data is provided with 2210, 1724. Proton NMR is given whether 1.4, whether 3 hydrogens, 4.4 for 2 hydrogens. C13 data, delta values from 16.6 to 118, 119, 125, 127, 168. These many signals are possible in the C13. Let us predict what will be the product. IR data predicts 2210. It is the clear-cut assumption that 2210 is a characteristic peak for nitrile cyanofunctional group. Here, cyanofunctional group is available in option number 1, option number 3, option number 4 even. Right. So 2210 is a distinguishable peak for nitrile that is given. And next is about 1724. 1724 corresponds to carbonylic functional group. In compound number 1, we have carbonyl. Compound number 3, we have carbonyl. Compound number 4, we have. Compound number B also have carbonyl functional group. So it will not give the complete information for elucidation of the structure of given organic compound. Let us move on to proton NMR data. 1.4. 1.4 is a characteristic P for methyl. So 3 hydrogens, 1.4, this clearly assume that here we have methyl functional group. In the compound 1, methyl is there, compound 2, methyl is not there, you can discard this. Compound 3, methyl is there, compound 4 also methyl is there. So there is a possibility. Then 4.4, 2 hydrogens, this denotes what? 2 hydrogens of methylene attached with a high electronegative atom, then only here downfield 4.4. In general, 2 hydrogens methylene peak will appear around 2.1 ppm. But this will be shifted to 4.4. What you can assume? 4.4 indicates that these 2 hydrogens are bounded to more electronegative atom. That is oxygen. Obviously, from this data, you can clearly confirm the compound number C is the correct answer. How it could be? CH2 directly linked to oxygen. That only available in the option number C. Right? Methyl group is there. That will be 1.4. This is a clear indication for methyl. And next CH2 for 2 hydrogens, 4.4. This indicates it directly linked with oxygen rather than carbonyl. If carbonyl is there, you will get a peak around 3.3, something like that. But here oxygen linkage, this will give the peak at 4.4 ppm, right? And a nitrile will give 2210, right? So here is the system with the CH2, CH3 and a cyano group. This is the exact answer. Compound number C will be the correct answer. Sorry, for question number 110, right? By this entire series of CSIR NET JRF Chemical Science, June 2014, part 4 was completed. Questions from 101 to 110 clearly discussed in this. Hope this session will be helpful for your preparation. Thank you very much.